Alright guys, today's goal is to be able to reduce fractions to lowest terms. Hopefully after we do a couple, this is really just review for you guys. So again, what can I divide both 5 and 15 by? Well, I can divide them both by 5, so that's what I would simplify that to. So what's 5 divided by 5? 1. 15 divided by 5, 3. So this is 1/3. Now, when you see 65 and 104, they're not both divisible by 5, but what I would do is I would try to think in my head, what is 65 divided by 5? And it's 13. And then 104 divided by 13 is 8. So I can simplify these by dividing by both by 13. So 65 divided by 13 is 5. 104 divided by 13, 8. Okay? Let's take a look at another one. It says 84 over 420. Well, I guarantee you at least 4. So if we start with that, you'd get 21. So now we have 420 divided by 4, which is 105. Now, how do I know these are both divisible by 3? Well, 2 plus 1 is 3, 1 plus 0 plus 5 is 6, so that means they're both divisible by 3, so I keep going. I get 7. 105 divided by 3, 35. Well, you can still go, so that's 1/5. Okay, so sometimes it does take more than one step. Okay, now we're looking at changing from a mixed number to an improper fraction. You guys should recall this with ease. Let's take a look at the next page. Alright, so remember it's 3 times 2 plus 1, denominator stays the same, so 7 over 2. So 45 times 3 plus 2, 137 over 3. And then changing from improper to mixed, the reverse of that. Okay? So let's see, 6 goes into 45 7 times with 3 left over, so it's 7.5. Because we could have simplified that to start with. Another way you could have done that is seeing these are both divisible by 3. So you would have gotten 15 over 2, which is also 7.5. Okay, let's take a look at the next page. How many times does 3 go into 19? Well, 6 times. That's 18, so 1 left over, 6 1/3. How many times does 7 go into 175? Well, let's see, 20 something. And it's actually just 25. Because 7 goes into 17 twice, with 3 left over, so you have 35, 5 times, so there we go. Let's keep going. Find the least common denominator. Okay, so the least common denominator between 5, 25, and 9. So always start with the biggest number, okay? So we're looking at 25 right now. Can I multiply 5 and equal 25? Yes. Can I multiply 9 and have it equal 25? No. Okay, so we got to keep going then. 25 times 2 is 50. Can I multiply 9 and have it equal 50? No. 25 times 3 is 75. Can I multiply 75, or can I multiply 9 and have it equal 75? No. 100. Can I multiply 9 and have it equal 100? No. 125? Nope. 150? Nope. 175? Nope. So at this point, we get all the way up to the least common denominator is 225. because 25 times 9 is 225, and you can divide 225 by 5. So hopefully you remember how to find least common denominators. Let's keep going. So find the least common denominator of 45, 9, and 6. So what they're saying is what we were doing here. So you have 90, 135, and then it would be 180. So let's stop there. So I know 9 can go into 90. How about 6? Yep, so we just use 90. So 90 is the least common denominator. Okay. Equivalent fractions. So they just want us to get a common denominator and get the equivalent fraction. So what's the least common denominator between 5 and 3? 15. So this one multiply by 3. This one multiply by 5. So this would be 3/15, and this would be 5/15. This is an equivalent fraction to this one, and this one is an equivalent fraction to this one. Okay? Let's take a look at the next page. So find equivalent fractions for 4/5 and 3/20. Well, 20. So that one's going to stay the same, and then this one you got to go multiply by 4, you get 16/20. So now we get into adding fractions. What do you need to have to add a fraction? Common denominator. Okay? So these already have a common denominator, so add the top, you get 3/5. Here, what's the common denominator between 3 and 4? 12. So you would multiply this one by 4, and this one by 3. So 8/3, so we get 11/12. Here, change the improper fraction, so 3/2 plus 10/3, least common denominator is 6. So multiply this one by 3, this one by 2. So you get 9 and 20. So you get 29/6. And unless it tells you, just leave it. But if they wanted a mixed number, this would be 4 and 5/6. Subtracting, same thing, guys. Hopefully we recall this, but same thing. So 5/6 minus 1/6 is 4/6, which is 2/3. 4/5 minus 2/3, well, multiply this one by 3, this one by 5, so you get 12/15 minus 10/15, so it's 2/15. Again, change this one to improper fractions, so 5 times 4 plus 3, 23/4 minus 6 7/3. Least common denominator is 12. So we would get 69 minus 28. So 41/12. And then again, you can leave it like that unless it tells you to change it to a mixed number. Okay? Let's take a look at the next page. Multiplying fractions. This one's even easier. It's just top times top, bottom times the bottom. You can try to simplify first, but this would just be 4/15. Done. Put it over 1. You go top times the top, bottom times the bottom. So 75 over 16. Here, change it to improper first, so you get 7/3 times 9/2. Simplify first, so 1 and 3, so 21 over 2. Dividing fractions is next. So dividing fractions. Remember, multiply by the reciprocal. So this would be 1/3 times 2 over 1, so it's 2/3. 5 over 1 times 3 over 1, so it's 15. Change it to improper fraction, so you get 10 over 3 times 5 over 2. Oh, whoops. Divided by 5 over 2, so this is 10 over 3 times 2 over 5. Simplify, 4/3. Well, there's the first lesson, guys. See you in class.